My name is Nathan Porelle, and this is my NUin Canada experience. My journey to Montreal began on August 28th when I loaded all of my belongings into 2 suitcases in the back of the car and dropped off at the airport for the group flight out of Boston. After a short flight to Montreal, I was greeted by a foreign city full of new adventures and surprises. I knew this would be an exciting experience as soon as I arrived when my suitcases and another student's phone were both lost. Luckily, I was able to recover my suitcases that were brought up on another plane and make my way to the place I would call home for the next 4 months, Evo Centerville. I quickly moved into my room and got settled and began exploring the city right away. I found that the city had more to offer and more to see than I initially thought, making my experience here all the more enjoyable and notable. Between parks, architecture, skylines, and many other features of the city, especially the famous Old Fort District and the famous botanical gardens, I found that my time in this city was sure to be enjoyable. Of course, I also explored McGill's beautiful campus, the place that I would call home for classes and my academic time. Classes soon began. The weeks began to fly by, dotted by many notable experiences, including exploring the city further and finding even more hidden gems that I didn't know existed. Of course, there were also more notable events, such as the excursion to famous Quebec City, as well as the city of Ottawa. I also enjoyed my own personal travel, including a flight to Greece, a road trip again to Quebec City, where I also found that Canada had a lesser-known side to its history, especially in the province of Quebec, with the old asbestos mines, and I was also drugged to Boston for a women's hockey game. Back in Montreal, I learned a couple of things, both about myself and about the city. I learned that Canadians have a very different idea about convenience and like to maximize their time by keeping their convenience stores open all 25 hours of the day. And I also learned that I cannot bake brownies using substitute ingredients, as they'll end up watery and just not good. I also enjoyed many other events in Canada, however. I also enjoyed the events put on by the NUin staff, such as excursions and of course the family dinners. While in Montreal, I also participated in service learning, where I enjoyed learning more about the Montreal community. Through my interactions with Montreal seniors, I found myself understanding the culture and society of Montreal better. I can say that I thoroughly enjoyed my time at service learning and enjoyed being able to leave an impact on the community that I lived in. Overall, my time in Montreal was a journey I know that I will never ever forget. I've had experiences and made friends that will stay with me for life. And although this was not the case at first, I am extremely lucky and extremely grateful I got to have this experience.